So sometimes I ask myself, how did it all start? How'd I get here? And well, the only way to really tell you the truth is to go back to the very beginning. So it was junior year of high school. I was happy and I literally didn't think one thing could go wrong. Well, I was wrong. I was wrong physically, mentally, emotionally, and to be honest, I was just flat out wrong. But that's okay. That's a part of life and things happen and you get stronger from them. But what I didn't realize is what it was going to physically do to my body. What do I mean by this? Basically, like I said, junior year was one of the biggest years of my life when I was in high school. I had such good relationships with my friends, with my boyfriend at the time, with literally everything, and I was just really happy. I literally had these like stressful scenarios come into my head, but it was something that I could just laugh about when I got over it. Now, when I think about it, if I handled it the right way and if I was mature enough to realize that the things that were happening could have changed my future in a positive way, I think everything could have been different, but I wouldn't change anything I went through, and this is why. So after my junior year of high school, some things happened and none of them relate to why this happened in my life. But basically, I started gaining weight my senior year of high school. Body image is something that was always very important to me, but I lost myself senior year of high school and it took me a while to find myself again. I do want to say right now that this is no one's fault but my own, and some of it I couldn't even control. I just wish I was more mature at the time to fix certain things, because I think that could have really helped who I was growing up. But like I said, again, I wouldn't change it at all because it made me who I am today. Someone stronger, someone who knows her worth and everything like that. Senior year of high school, like I said, I started to gain weight. Before I get any further into this video, I do want to say that I am not an expert in what I'm talking about. I am just talking about my personal story, and please don't feel pressured by this video in any way. That is not the point of this video. I'm just telling a story. Oh, and really quick, I just want to say you're beautiful just the way you are, because I know a lot of people don't hear it every day, and if you're watching this right now, just know that you are beautiful. With all that being said, I didn't know how to react to certain things when I was in high school, and I think that that really affected who I was growing up. I don't want to blame it on this, but I did deal with a lot of things in high school, family-wise, friend-wise, basically everything, and I feel like that's something that everyone goes through, and I didn't react to it in the best way. Like I said, if I was more mature, I think things would have ended differently, but you can't go back in time. You can only learn from them, and that's what I really pushed myself to do. Now, I did make a video on my channel a while ago explaining my whole weight loss journey, but I didn't really go into detail on why certain things happened. I'm not really going to do that in this video either, because it does involve other people and I do not want to put that on the internet. But what I am going to do in this video is tell you my whole recovery and relapse story with weight loss. So like I was saying, I was 100 and I would say around 20 pounds in my junior year of high school. When senior year came around, I became 100 and I would say around 50 pounds. Nothing is wrong with that at all. I just wasn't happy with who I became. I wasn't happy mentally, emotionally, physically, literally with anything in my life. I just lost myself, and that's when I knew I needed to change. The summer leading up to my first year of college, I did start losing weight, and then I was kind of already in the mindset that freshman 15 was going to happen, so I kind of let myself eat whatever I wanted and stopped working out. Then I started working out again with a physical trainer, and he literally changed my life. He helped me so much, and this was at LA Fitness. But then I got diagnosed with PCOS. Now, it took me a really long time to figure out that I even had PCOS because I was working out, I was eating right, but I was still gaining weight, and it was so frustrating that I just stopped. I kept working out, I didn't do cardio, I just lifted weights, and I was eating whatever I wanted because I wasn't seeing results. Now, that was probably the biggest mistake I could have done, because weight loss doesn't just come right away, and I knew that, but I was waiting for so long and I wasn't seeing results. I probably was on this diet and workout plan for about like 6 months and didn't see any results, so it was really frustrating. Like I said, then I got diagnosed with PCOS, and I was more aware of the things that PCOS could cause, and I really started to realize that in order to change who I am, and if I wanted to change my life, I needed to make the change and stick to it. So I joined a gym called Orange Theory Fitness that literally literally changed my life. I really didn't think I could get there, and with Orange Theory, I became a different person. I went from 197, 198 pounds to 129 pounds in 6 months, eating healthy. Literally the only thing I cut out was white carbs. So instead of white carbs, I would eat whole wheat carbs, and I would still eat as much as I want. I literally worked out at Orange Theory 6 times a week. I had my one off day. I did my personal training for 2 times throughout the week while doing Orange Theory for at least 3 months, and then I quit my personal training, and I did not have one cheat day from my start. So I really started my serious weight loss journey in August of 2019, and I ended it around March of 2020, which is when quarantine started. Now, I do want to say that I do not recommend not having cheat days. That was just something that was in my head. It's obviously fine to have cheat days. Again, I am not certified in what I'm talking about. This is just what I personally did, and just remember that what works for me may not work for you, just like what works for someone else may not work for you as well. Everyone copes with things in different ways, and that gets me into my next statement. So during quarantine, I actually stayed really consistent. I worked out every single day except one day a week. I ran the lake, which is like 3.1 miles, I believe. That may be a little off, but it's around 3 miles. And I also did weightlifting every day other than my one off day. Now, this is obviously all really good. I was still on my diet, still only eating whole wheat carbs instead of white carbs, and then basically eating whatever else that I wanted. However, I wasn't eating like snacks. I was eating more like whole wheat things, so gluten-free pretzels instead of regular pretzels, if that makes sense. Then right when quarantine ended in New Jersey, I hit a really bad low point of life, and I basically stopped working out as much as I should have, and I started eating whatever I wanted. I went from 134 pounds to around 160 pounds within 2 months, and it was really scary just because I knew I wasn't healthy. To me, it wasn't about how I looked at the time. I just knew I wasn't healthy anymore, and that's something that really scared me. I was scared to go to the doctor because I didn't want to hear the number that was on the scale, and that was something that really affected me. So I didn't really do anything about it until January of 2021. I'm not going to talk about this subject much, but I will say that I did get into a car accident in January, and it was life-changing. It was really scary, and I'm still dealing with some of the emotional side effects from it. Other people were involved, so I'm not really going to say much. I was the passenger, I will say that, and I am terrified still to this day. It was really scary, and that's when I realized that anything can change in a minute. I feel like so many people know that, and I knew that beforehand, but I never really knew how true it was until it happened to me. And basically 1 second everything was fine, and the next second it was like, what just happened? So the next day I woke up, I dealt with the things that I was dealing with from the car accident. I got better. Once I got the okay that I was okay physically to start working out again, I started working out, and I started my weight loss journey of my recovery. So when I started this weight loss journey, I was 160 pounds, almost 167 pounds to be exact, so almost back at my starting point. And then I realized that if I want to make a change, I'm going to have to find something that works for me. So what I did was I started again. I went to Orange Theory 6 times a week again. In the beginning, I started around 5 times, and then I worked back up to 6 times. I started eating really good again, and this time I did cut out carbs a little more than I did last time, but it worked for me. I wasn't like craving the carbs. I didn't do it purposely. I just wasn't craving them, so I didn't eat them. However, I still did eat carbs. I still ate the proper amount of carbs that your body needs, and I had whole wheat carbs instead of white carbs. With that, I ate a lot of protein. I did cut out sugar because I wanted to see if that would help me feel physically and mentally better, and it did. And right now I weigh in at 129.5 pounds, almost 130. Thinking about that, it shocks me every single day, because when I think about it, I was 160 pounds in January, and it is now March, and in the beginning of March, I weighed in at 131 pounds, and now I'm 129 pounds. So to me, I'm like, wow, I did that. And what I wanted to talk about the most is that it's really all about mindset. Before I got into the car accident, I knew that I was able to lose weight if I I wanted to, if I really set my mind to it. But I wasn't determined. I wasn't pushed, if that makes sense. I was just kind of sitting in this rut where I knew I could do it, but I didn't want to actually put the work in. Then when something life-changing happened in my life, I realized, wow, anything could really change in a minute, and that was shown to me, and I'm going to make things that I want to happen become my reality. So I put the work in. I changed my mindset. I believed that I can do it, and I did it. Was I told that I couldn't do it? Was I told that I'm going to fail? Was I told that what I'm doing is not the right way I should do it? Yes. But I didn't care. I knew that everything works for people in different ways. Everything that you go through is a learning lesson, and everything that's hard is going to be hard in the beginning, but will make you stronger in the end. So what I did was, instead of eating when I was bored and not when I was hungry, I filmed YouTube videos. I basically ate only when I was hungry, and I listened to my body, and listening to your body is one of the most important things ever. When you listen to your body, you get results, and that is because your body knows what you need. In most cases, your body will let you know when you're hungry. In most cases, your body will let you know when something's wrong. In most cases, your body will let you know when you need an off day or when you should work out. And if you listen to your body, you're going to see results. Again, I'm not certified in what I'm talking about. This is just my story and what I learned from it. Now, here's my advice. If you are someone who looks in the mirror and doesn't know your worth, I want you to know right now you are beautiful. I want you to know that it literally starts with mindset. Once you start realizing that you have the power to do whatever you want to do, everything slowly begins to change. When I slowly started realizing that I could be the person I want to be simply by changing my mindset, in 2 months, I became that person. 2 months versus something that took me 6 months to get to originally. I was almost back at 200 pounds, almost weighing in at 170, and I got to my same goal 4 months quicker by just changing the way I thought about things, by just changing simple things that I knew should have been implemented in my life to begin with. Now, is this going to work the same way for everyone? No, and we all know that. But the point of my story is, losing 60 pounds of fat in 6 months was hard for me. Losing 30 pounds of fat in 2 months was hard for me, but I stuck to it because I believed in myself. I did it in a healthy way, and I told myself that no matter what anyone tells me, I am going to get there. No matter how many people tell me that this might not happen, I'm going to prove them wrong, and I'm going to prove myself wrong, because there's always going to be moments of doubt. There's always going to be moments where I think to myself, I can't do it. But if I don't listen to those thoughts and tell myself, prove you wrong, prove them wrong, I'm going to get there. It's basically the same thing with everything. Some people are going to tell you in life that you can't do something, or that you'll never make it with the job career that you want. If you keep going and you keep telling yourself that you'll make it, you will, as long as you believe in yourself. And I say this in so many of my weight loss videos, but it's true. The more and more you believe in yourself, the more and more you're going to see your body physically react to it because you believe in yourself. So can mindset really control how your body works? In my opinion, yes, because when you are determined to do something, it happens. So with that being said, to sum up this video, how did I lose 60 pounds in 6 months, and then again around 30 to 40 pounds in 2 months? I simply changed my mindset. I allowed what happened in my life to help me change into becoming someone better and to physically feeling better. In the beginning, when I looked at myself in the mirror, I was someone who I couldn't recognize. Not because I was overweight, not because of the number on the scale. The number on the scale does not matter if you are happy. It was a problem because I wasn't happy. It was a problem because no matter how many times I told myself I was pretty, I couldn't see it. Because inside, I didn't feel pretty. Because inside, I didn't feel happy. So I knew I had to do something to change everything. So that's exactly what I did. I learned how to make my body feel happy physically on the inside and on the outside, mentally inside and mentally outside. And that's when everything slowly started to change. Now I have pictures in this video that I am going to show and that you probably already saw before in this video. I've never showed this picture on the internet before because it's something that really gets me to a point where I'm just like, wow, not because of how I looked, but because it brings me back to how I was feeling during that time. Now, the overall story of this is, if you are someone who is wanting to change whatever it may be in your life, the first thing that I recommend you do is change your mindset. Remember that you're beautiful no matter what, and if you don't give up on yourself, you'll get there, and just know that I'm here to always support you. With all that being said, thank you guys again for watching. I hope this video helped. Please don't take this video the wrong way. This video is just my story. I'm not certified in anything I was talking about, and please don't feel pressured in any way by this video. You're beautiful just the way you are, and I truly mean that. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.